Good morning. My name's Stein. Some of you may recall that I've addressed masses on Sunday the last few years related to the DLA campaign. Despite my less than stellar performances, Monsignor Paul once again has asked me to speak on behalf of the 2021 Diocesan Lenten Appeal. I want to begin by thanking every parishioner who contributed to the 2020 DLA campaign. Last year, I started off my talk with a joke. Obviously, the past 12 months have been anything but a joke. Some of you have been impacted by sickness, loss of loved ones, loss of income, and many were forced to become part-time teachers. Despite all this, our parish still managed to beat its diocesan goal and return $17,000 to our parish. As a result, we were able to use these funds to help offset the cost of new HVAC units on Resurrection Hall. This year, we decided again to focus on a capital improvement within the church. We've needed to update the bathrooms in the back of church for a number of years. An important feature is to provide ADA compliant facilities. So this year, all funds in excess of $103,000 diocesan goal will be returned to our parish to help cover these costs. In this holy season of Lent, we're moved to share our gifts. As you consider your contribution to this year's DLA campaign, I ask you to reflect on our many gifts and blessings, including our church and facilities. We have a beautiful church in which to worship, and we need to make it as welcoming and accommodating to all as possible. The theme of this year's Diocesan Lenten Appeal is Be the Light. The letter you received from Monsignor Paul talked about how the diocese and member parishes had to be the light for many people in our communities. My joke last year was about St. Peter attempting to help a man who was impacted by a flood. This past year, our diocese played the role of St. Peter. Catholic Charities, funded largely by our DLA contributions, and our 78 parishes donated over $500,000 in food, clothing, financial support, and other services to over 15,000 people in need. In this Lenten season and through this year's DLA campaign, we are called once again to be the light. In last year's appeal, 450 St. Agnes families donated over almost $120,000 to the campaign, which enabled us to exceed our diocesan goal. Again, if you were one of those families, our sincere thank you. If you were not able to contribute last year, but have the capacity to do so this year, please give serious consideration to participating. We are already off to a good start with over $23,000 pledged from 19 families. Next weekend is Commitment Sunday, so we ask you that the pledge card that was delivered to your home, you either bring it into Mass and drop it off or take it to the office during regular business hours. A third option is the one that I find most convenient, and that is to do it online. All you need to do is go to the dioceseofgreensburg.org website, click on Giving, and the DLA window will open immediately. It is very user-friendly. I highly recommend it, and it's easy to use a credit card. And as a reminder, pledges are can be paid over a budget-friendly 10-month period. And if you are on that website, you might want to look at the bar chart there that talks about how your donations are distributed throughout the course of the year. This Lent, I hope that you will join me in making an effort to grow in prayer, service, and generosity. Our parish has consistently exceeded its diocesan goal, and hopefully with your help, we can do it again this year. Thank you, and may God bless you and your families.